Having an emergency fund is one of the most important aspects of financial security. It serves as a safety net when unexpected expenses arise, like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. However, many individuals may find that their emergency fund doesn't stretch as far as they thought. Whether it's due to insufficient savings, overlooked expenses, or changes in lifestyle, there are several reasons why your emergency fund may fall short. This video explores the top 10 reasons why your emergency fund might not be enough and how you can address these challenges to ensure you are better prepared for financial emergencies. 1. You haven't saved enough. One of the most obvious reasons your emergency fund isn't enough is simply that you haven't saved enough. Financial experts generally recommend saving between 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. However, many people fall short of this goal due to overspending or prioritizing other financial commitments. Without sufficient savings, your emergency fund might not be able to cover unexpected costs when they arise. 2. Underestimating your living expenses. Another common reason why an emergency fund may seem inadequate is when people underestimate their living expenses. It's easy to think you need less to get by, but unexpected expenses like utility bill spikes, home repairs, or even inflation can catch you off guard. If your emergency fund doesn't fully cover all of your regular living costs, it will be insufficient when a financial emergency strikes, leaving you vulnerable to debt or financial stress. 3. Inflation. Inflation is another factor that makes your emergency fund insufficient over time. While the value of money remains static in your account, the cost of living increases steadily. Prices for goods, services, food, and healthcare are constantly rising. As inflation outpaces the growth of your savings, the purchasing power of your emergency fund decreases, making it less effective in covering unforeseen expenses. 4. Lifestyle creep. As your income increases, it can be tempting to upgrade your lifestyle. This is known as lifestyle creep, where your spending grows in proportion to your income, making it harder to build a sufficient emergency fund. If you're not careful, the more money you earn, the more you may find yourself spending on luxury items, larger homes, or more expensive services. As your spending increases, the emergency fund that once seemed adequate becomes insufficient to cover your growing lifestyle costs. 5. Medical expenses. Unexpected medical expenses are a major reason why emergency funds often fall short. Healthcare costs are notoriously unpredictable, and even with insurance, out-of-pocket expenses can be substantial. Whether it's an emergency surgery, physical therapy, or an unexpected hospital stay, medical bills can quickly drain your emergency fund. In some cases, people may find themselves in need of a separate fund specifically for medical expenses to ensure they're covered when these situations arise. 6. Job loss or income reduction. Losing a job or experiencing a significant reduction in income can quickly drain your emergency fund. Many people rely on their emergency fund to cover their expenses during periods of unemployment or underemployment. However, depending on the size of the emergency fund and the length of the unemployment period, the money can run out before you secure new income. To ensure your emergency fund is adequate, it's important to account for the possibility of prolonged job loss, which might require a larger safety net. 7. Home repairs and maintenance. Homeowners know that unexpected home repairs can be costly, often catching you by surprise. From broken appliances to plumbing issues or roof damage, the expenses can quickly add up. If your emergency fund doesn't account for these types of home maintenance costs, you may find yourself dipping into credit or loans to cover the expenses. Having a separate savings account for home maintenance or increasing your emergency fund to cover these scenarios can help avoid this problem. 8. Car repairs and maintenance. Much like home repairs, car repairs and maintenance are another area that can deplete an emergency fund if not properly accounted for. Whether it's a broken transmission, a flat tire, or unexpected repairs after an accident, car-related costs can be significant. If you don't have a fund specifically set aside for vehicle-related expenses, your emergency fund may not stretch far enough to cover the cost of repairs without putting your finances at risk. 9. Large, unexpected life events. Life events, such as the birth of a child, divorce, or the death of a loved one, can significantly affect your financial stability. These events often come with large unexpected costs that can drain your emergency fund quickly. For example, A divorce could require legal fees, child support, or other unexpected financial commitments. Similarly, the birth of a child could lead to medical expenses, childcare costs, or lifestyle changes that strain your finances. Without an emergency fund large enough to handle these life-altering events, you may find yourself financially overwhelmed. 10. Not factoring in taxes. One overlooked aspect of emergency savings is the tax implications of certain events. For example, if you withdraw funds from retirement accounts or sell assets in an emergency, you may face tax penalties or unexpected tax bills. These taxes can take a significant portion of your emergency fund, leaving you without enough funds to cover the original emergency. It's important to account for potential tax liabilities in your emergency fund planning, especially if you anticipate needing to tap into savings for unexpected events. While having an emergency fund is crucial for financial security, it's important to ensure that your fund is sufficient to cover the wide range of potential emergencies you could face. From underestimating living expenses to overlooking healthcare or home repair costs, many factors can cause your emergency fund to fall short. By taking a proactive approach to building and maintaining a robust emergency fund, you can better prepare yourself for the unexpected and avoid financial setbacks when life throws curveballs your way.